This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Dave, I'm in Jeddah. You're in Doncaster. Where would you rather be?
I'm driving me in Doncaster, to be honest. To be completely honest, yeah. Yeah, I'm not. People saying, "Oh, loads of my mates." I'm off to Saudi and that, and I'm like, nice one. I'd rather watch it. Yeah, I'd rather be at home.
First of all, Dave, massive congratulations on the birth of Betty.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just saying it's hard work, but she's a pretty baby. You know, most babies are quite ugly, aren't they? So I was waiting for her to come out, and she came out and that, and they come out and they're a bit messy at first, aren't they? But give her a quick wash down and that. And I was over the moon with it. Yeah, it looks like me, bless her. So
I was going to say, it was never in doubt with you, Dave.
She come out with beard and that, monobrow all over the moon. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Dave, on your Instagram, I think it was yesterday or the day before, you said that having Betty's given you a newfound hunger for boxing. Can you just expand on that a bit?
Well, I wouldn't say for boxing because, as I was saying earlier, I've never really massively been in love with the training. You know, I don't really want to hurt anybody. Not really that way inclined. But it's given me a real oomph to say, you know, that's how I make a living, boxing. It always has been since I left school. I've never known anything else. So it's given me that real. Because when I was younger, boxing white OTs on the way up until I boxed prize. I was boxing to survive. I was getting a few quid here and there. I was gambling a lot of the time, getting something to eat, spend it all, skint again, starving, looking for a fight, get paid, rinse and repeat, and that was a cycle. So I had to fight. I was never tough, but I was hungry, and I had to get through hard fights. I had to try and win. I had to be tough. I couldn't sit on my ass when things got tough, because if I did, you know, where am I going to get paid next time? So that's come back now, because it's not about being tough and it's not about anything else. It's about having to provide. So I'm hungry for it. You know what I mean? I'm ready to. I want to fight. You know, I want to provide, and I don't just want to be doing 4 or 6 rounds. I want to give it a go. I'm very talented. I'm a talented boxer as well. You know, my work ethic and whatever else let me down in the past. Not talent. So who knows where we'll go? I'm not saying I'm going to be able to the top, but I'm very hopeful I can get back to the level where I was at before, and I was earning good money, and I was entertaining, and I was having a great time. So hopefully we can get back there.
Good man. I saw you on Sky yesterday as well.
Yeah, doing a bit for Sky, not Sky Sports Boxing, Sky Sports News. Everyone thought I was going to sign for Sky or something. I was nothing to do with Sky Sports Boxing. Got a few mates down at Sky Sports News. They always get me in on the countdown shows. So big up to them. Thank you very much. First class on the train. Feel like the man, don't you, in first class?
Aye, good lad.
Get them James Martin brownies and that. It's lovely. So yeah, had a good time. Yeah, it was good.
Good man. Dave, I've obviously got you here to talk about Usyk Joshua 2 this weekend. You've sparred both men, haven't you?
Well, I'm not sparred Anthony Joshua since I think he boxed Kevin Johnson. So you're looking 7 years ago now. And I've not sparred Usyk October 2020. So I've done a lot of rounds with Anthony. I first sparred him when he was preparing for the Olympics. I was pestering Rob for ages. I was on the assessments for the Great Britain team. And I said, I want him, Rob. I want him. Because he was the golden boy, weren't he? So I was saying to Rob, because I was sparring all the cruiserweights, but I turned up 2 stone overweight, and I was banjoing them all, to be honest. And I said, listen, I want him. I want him. Didn't know who we were at the time. The big fella. I said, I want him. And he's like, no. So I sparred Fraser Clark and Joe Joyce. Doing well with them. And then I just got a call randomly. I was in my Mr. How old was I? 20. We were driving to her, and I got a phone call and said, hello. And it's Rob McCracken. I said, what's up? And then, do you want to spar Anthony Joshua? And I said, when? He said, 4 o'clock. Yeah, yes. It was about 20 past 3. Straight back to my old man's house, got me boxing gear, straight through, 4 threes. You know, really tried to give it him. And from then on, I must have sparred him, I think nearly 500 rounds, I would say. Yeah. I was there 2 or 3 times a week in stages. I saw someone say that wasn't true that many rounds. It definitely was true. I was sparring him 10 rounds at a time, 2 or 3 times a week at times. yeah, he definitely let me know. Big thanks to him. So, yeah, flattened this a few times.
Obviously, the Usyk spar is quite infamous now for you, isn't it? Can you give us an insight as to what kind of character both men are?
I'll give you some insight on that sparring first, because when I got to Ukraine, I was 18 stone 2 pounds. When I left Ukraine, I was 16 stone 12 pounds.
Right.
I lost 18 pounds in the 12 days in between the first one and the last spar. So that might have had something to do with my punch distance being gone a little bit, because they were feeding me fucking God knows what they were. It was dirty, like dirty water that they were pots in as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bits of floaters in water, like bloody awful. I went eating. I was sneaking off and eating crisps out at the shop. Having like one packet of crisps a day and a Ukrainian bounty, which was quite nice. So I was bloody starving. I was honestly, I never mentioned it before, but people always say, "Oh, you got chin by him." I'm like, yeah, I lost nearly a stone and a half in 12 days. I was knackered. Anyway, lovely fellow, Usyk. Yeah, very nice fellow. Yeah, really nice. I wish he'd have put me in a 5-star hotel like while I was there, but nicest fellow in the world. Yeah, a lot of respect for him. Brilliant fighter. And it was an experience being there.
First fight, Dave. What went wrong for AJ, or what went right for Usyk?
I think it was more what went wrong for Joshua than what went right for Usyk. I think Usyk was in first and second gear all the way through. I don't think Anthony put any pressure on him. He didn't throw a solid jab. It was more of a flick. He wasn't letting his punches go, and he was trying to outbox him. I think I've not spoke to Anthony for years, long time, but I think he was always the kind of fellow where if I said to him, "You can't do this," he's going to do it. So I think when he was saying that, everyone was saying Usyk's a master boxer, he can't be outboxed. I think he got it. He said that he was going to win there and outbox him.
Yeah.
That's what I believe in his head. And after 6 rounds, Usyk probably, what was it, 4-2 up at the worst for him. And you know what? In boxing, I've always found if I go in there with the mindset of I'm just going to punch your head in and walk through whatever you give me, I can't break it. I can't box. I'm not going to start boxing after a couple of rounds because I'm involved. I can't get out. I can't get out of that rut that I'm in of like one-track mindedness. So I think after 6 rounds, he couldn't let his hands go because he wasn't my thought process that he was going to do that. So the first fight, I just think he got horrifically wrong. I think he just got wrong, and Usyk's the master of just doing what he needs to do to win. He just wins, don't he? He's just so clever. He adapts to whatever, and I think Anthony just made the job really easy for him.
So how does it change in this fight, Dave? Can AJ get revenge, or do you think Usyk's just simply too good?
I think he can get revenge. Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I think Usyk wins, but if Joshua wins, I wouldn't be massively surprised. You know, if he comes out, we've seen Maris Bradis. I think Maris Bradis beat Usyk when they boxed each other in the was it the final of the Super Series? I thought Bradis won.
Right.
I thought Bradis won and he bullied him. He used his strength, and Bradis. Well, I don't think Anthony Joshua was physically the strongest one in the world. Everyone was saying use Chisora's tactics. I don't think Joshua's strengths aren't in his physical strength and in his inside work, which is a bit of a problem. Can't really fight on the inside. And he's not physically the strongest, but he can punch. He's crisp with his shots, and he's agile, so he can use that. You know, he can apply pressure without being strong. You know, because he's stronger than Usyk. Usyk again isn't the strongest. He's physically quite slight. You know, he's not physically strong. He's got to go by. I think Robert Garcia is the right man for the job. I'm just not sure if Anthony Joshua's got the tools needed to beat Usyk. That is the problem. But if he adapts the right game plan, it gives him a chance. I think Garcia will give him the correct game plan. It will then depend on if Anthony Joshua has the physical capabilities to do that. Everyone just looks at him and assumes that he's going to be really strong and he can bully Usyk, but I'm not overly sure that's the case. To be honest, he's probably got stronger since I sparred him, but I'm not sure that's the case. That's what I think. I think Joshua's got to use his. He's going to tie him down by hitting him, not by wrestling him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like Chisora's physically strong. He'll wear you down. He'll lean on you. He'll pull your head down. He'll stick his shoulder in. He'll make you work. He'll grind you. Joshua's not like that. I don't think he's got that same strength to do that. So I think Joshua's got to hit him. It sounds a bad thing to say. We've got to hit him in the arms, in the shoulders, in the chest. Just grind him down that way. Don't grind him down by physically applying pressure. Grind him down by hitting him anywhere. You know, get your hands out, catch him, cross your arms, catch shots like that. Because Usyk isn't the biggest puncher in the world. He hits hard enough, and if it's on the chin, you're gonna go to kick. But you know, have a bit of confidence. Walk on top of him and just hit him in the body, and just have the confidence to catch punches on your arms and your elbows and your forearms, and really stick that jab in his chest early on. But I don't know. I'm really intrigued how it'll play out. I'm really intrigued how it goes. And it'll depend on what Joshua does, because Usyk can adapt to anything. Usyk will come out and he'll box as he always does, and he'll go from there. That's what I think. So yeah, we'll see.
Dave, I know that you know your boxing inside out. If AJ does manage to pull this off, where would you think that would rank in British boxing history?
We look back with nostalgia and roasting the glasses on the past. So we look at Lennox Lewis and be like, oh, Fury and Joshua can't compare to him, but I don't think Joshua's record, his resume is very impressive. You know, if he has Usyk to it, Usyk, Klitschko, Parker when he beat him at the time, Ruiz, you know, avenging that, Takam, Pulev. It's impressive, really. If he beats Usyk, he must go near the very top. Must go near the very top. I'm really hoping he wins, because I want to see him and Fury. Because if Joshua beats Usyk and then beats Fury, he must go down as the best British heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, that was the next question, Dave. As soon as the fight finishes on Saturday, all the calls are going to be undisputed, aren't they?
Yeah, if Joshua beats Usyk and then beats Fury, he goes down as the greatest British heavyweight of all time. You know, if Fury beats Joshua after he beats Usyk, he goes down as the greatest British heavyweight of all time. That's why that fight must happen if Joshua wins. For me, Fury must box the winner. He must. If he wants to be recognised as the best heavyweight of this generation, one of the best of all time, he must box the winner. If he doesn't, it just leaves question marks hanging over and gives people, you know, that ammunition to fire him. You never box the best.
You think he'll come out of retirement, Dave?
I hope so. I think he does if Joshua wins. I don't think he does if Usyk wins. Talk of Chisora and talk of retirement, I think it's just a ploy to take media attention away from the fight and onto him. I'm a massive Tyson Fury fan. I just want him to box the winner. I just feel like he must. If he wants to be recognised as the best of this generation, one of the best of all times, he must box the winner. He must. Because if not, you know what people are going to say? Oh, he only beat Wilder. What, Wilder was just a puncher. He beat Klitschko when he was nearly 40. You know, they're going to pick him to pieces. Box winner at this fight, you know, he's got Klitschko, Wilder 3 times, well, twice in a draw, I guess, but Wilder 3 times, and Joshua Usyk on his resume. No one can ever argue that, you know, he's one of the best of all time. But if not, it just leaves a massive glaring hole there. So I'm not, if it's Joshua or Usyk, he must box the winner, in my opinion. He must.
I've just realised, Dave, you've sparred arguably the top 3 heavyweights in the world.
Yeah, I've been about a bit, you know. I don't read the papers. I go out and have a look, but yeah, sparred them all. And that's why as I got older, like my old man said to me, you know, you see stuff on the internet, Dave Allen's not very good. I sparred all of them. You know, I've been flown over and I've been paid and sparred all the best fighters in the world. So that's why these days I'm very relaxed about what I did and how good I was and whatever else. I was happy with it. I'm happy with it because and based on that, yeah, I'm very proud of the company. I've sparred Vladimir Klitschko as well. So I sparred probably for the best heavyweights for the last 20 years. So yeah, been about a bit. Happy with it.
Oh, man, can I play fantasy boxing just very quickly, Dave? If AJ wins, how does AJ Fury go? And if Usyk wins, how does Usyk Fury go?
I think Josh. I give Joshua a chance. bigger chance with Fury than I do with because like when Dylan White boxed Fury, he boxed at his pace again. That's what Tyson's the master at. He gets you to box at his pace. That's what he's good at. When you spar him, if you want to have a go at him, he slows it down. If you want to take your time with him, he quickens his feet up and he makes you work. He's exceptionally clever. That's where I think the genius lies in that he dictates everything. Dictates everything from the second he walks in the gym. He's a very clever man. But Joshua, I think he has the style and he has the physical capabilities to really give Tyson problems. I believe. I think it'd be a really hard fight for Tyson. That being said, I would pick Tyson to win because he's that clever and adaptable. But I think Joshua's a really hard matchup for Tyson. I think Tyson beats Usyk based on the fact he's just too big, way too big, and he would use them physical attributes to his advantage. And Usyk, as clever as he is, I don't think there's a 15-stone man on the planet that can beat the Tyson Fury we've seen. I know Cunningham had him over, but that was many, many years ago. I just don't think Usyk has the size to beat Fury. But Fury Joshua for me would be interesting, just with the styles and the the sparring in the past. And I remember sparring. This is a story I tell the lads all the time because the lads always Joe will spar. I've got a better one than that actually. A kid I managed called Harrison. So he's sparring really good pros, and he gets top side of him. Then he comes and spars Liam, my amateur boxer. Can't do a thing with him. And I said, this is what happens. I remember sparring Anthony Joshua on a Monday, having a lot of success with him. Great. I went home, thought I was the main man. Yeah. The next day, I sparred a fellow called James Oliphant, who ended up at 1 win, 10 losses, 3 draws. Couldn't do a thing with him. Couldn't even hit him. Couldn't touch him. He was just spoiling. He was grabbing hold of me. I'm rabbit punching. I remember Mick Marsden screaming at me, "Dave, stop hitting him in the back of the head." So, with experience, you realise some people, just styles, just little intricate things can really throw you off. And I think Joshua for Fury would be a really nice work.
Do you have a couple more while I've got you, just in case I miss you before they take place? Just your very quick thoughts on Ben Eubank?
Well, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I know it's great for boxing, it'll sell and everyone wants to see it, and the nostalgia with the parents and whatever else, but they're just not the same size. Rehydration clauses should not be a thing in boxing. I know IBF have a £10 morning after ruling, but it's just not safe. The term rehydration clause just don't sound safe. Rehydration clause, just don't agree with it. Eubank's been up at super middleweight, and now they're going to drag him down to near light middleweight. I don't like it. But then again, if he does do the weight and it's safe, he's then 2 divisions bigger than Conor Benn. Is that safe? So I'm not a big fan of it. I know why it's happening. I just think if they thought Conor Benn was going to be the best 147 in 12 months' time after Spencer Crawford, this wouldn't be happening. Yeah. Do they think he can beat Ennis? Do they think he can beat Ortiz? Based on the fact that they're taking Eubank now, I don't think so. I don't think they're confident he can. I like Conor Benn. I rate him. I just think it's a mad matchup, really. I'm not sure why it's happening now. If it happened a bit further down the line, maybe after he's had a go at 147 and maybe come short, or he went and did it, it would make more sense. But now it's just like he might get beaten. They might say, "Well, he was middleweight," but if you want to stick with him, innit? Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like it. I'll watch it. I'll be intrigued by it. I love watching the Raw Men at it, but for me, I don't know. I don't really like the matchup. I don't think it's a good matchup.
One that I think you will like, Dave, mutual friend of ours, Savannah Marshall against Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, I think that's a great fight. I was saying earlier on about pay-per-views, not saying it could be 9 pay-per-views for the end of the year. Yeah. And some of the fights, Parker Joyce is one I don't understand. I don't see how that can be pay-per-view. They're just not. They're not. they're not universally recognised by the man on the street. You know, pay-per-views about the man on the street putting his hand in his pocket and saying, "I'm going to watch that big fight tonight." It's not a big fight for the man on the street. In boxing, yeah, of course, me and you, Parker, oh, brilliant! I'll watch that. But I'm not paying to watch it. I don't think the man on the street would watch it either, because I don't think the man on the street would know who they are. So, well, Shields and Marshall, I think that's a massive fight. Another massive fight. It's free to air on Sky, which is it's free to air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is brilliant, because it's the best fight and the best. They're the best. They're the best two female fighters on the planet, in my opinion, and they're fighting each other. Brilliant. All female card. Some proper good talent. All really on the left hand side of the card, like, but still, yeah, brilliant. I'm all for it. When female boxing came onto the scene, I was, I'll probably say, skeptical, unsure, not really watched much female boxing, but I love a lot of talent. You know, the likes of Lauren Price. I think she's brilliant. Art installed as well. Watched Commonwealth Games recently. All for it. Yes, I'm intrigued how it goes down, and I hope it's a success. And I hope Savvy Marsh does it. But Shields is the real deal. So Shields for me is one of the best fighters on the planet. Period. So I'm really interested in it.
Brilliant. Last one, Dave, and it just touches on women's boxing. If in 15, 16 years Betty comes along and says, "Dad, I want to take up boxing," approve or disapprove?
Well, I think she might be an heavyweight herself. Looking at it at the minute, she's bloody massive. But you know, with kids, obviously, I've been a dad for 2 weeks. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm dad of the year, like. But as long as she's happy, she can do what she wants. I'd rather her not box. I'd rather her golf or gymnastics or anything that doesn't involve getting punched in the face. But you know, if she's hopefully, well, I think all you can ever hope for, you know, is, you know, like with my nephews, and you just wanted to find something they're good at and succeed at it, that they enjoy. You know, that's all you can ever ask for. So, you know, I've done the boxing, I've had the time in my life, but I realise now, because I found the coaching, the managing and stuff, that's where my passion really lies. You know, but sometimes most people don't want to get up to fucking work, and you know, whether you're a bus driver or whether you're an accountant, that's not your passion, is it? Most of the time, 99% of the time. But you got to fucking get the job done. So people say to me, "Well, if you don't fucking love this, or you don't do this, why do you do it, mate? Why do you get up and go and sit in the office today? Because you got to get the job done. You got to pay the bills. Simple as that." So, but when you find your passion and you enjoy it, no better feeling in the world, is there?
Absolutely. Well said, Dave. Dave, it's 2 o'clock. I'm dare saying Tiger feeding on nappy duties very soon.
Oh, it's nap time for me. Nap time.
Good lad. Good lad, Dave. I really appreciate your time, mate.
Nice one, Steve. I'll see you very soon, mate.
You're a star. Dave Allen, thank you very much for your time. Take care, fella.
See you later. Bye. Bye.